Welcome back
to the Free Gems Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in for episode 148. Listen, you got K-Single to your left, Jesus here to your right. You know what I mean? We getting ready for the 150th episode. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready to start, you know what I'm saying, broadcasting live for you guys on Sundays. You know, making sure we got the episode out on time. There's been a little bit of mishaps here and there, which I can only I have to take responsibility for. But as far as release dates, will be on Sundays. You know what I mean? No more Wednesdays, but we're gonna be releasing the same day that we stream. So we're gonna be going live. Y'all go ahead, tune in. Make sure y'all dropping comments. Yes. Make sure y'all telling us how much you hate us, how much you hate my fit, how much you hate whatever fuck we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
We want to start incorporating a hotline. You guys can call in.
Yeah, that's a fact. We gotta have the call line, have people call in, troll a little bit. Let's have a viral moment. I'm with it all. I'm with everything. Every interaction people has good interaction. Listen, shit be buzzing. The Instagram be hitting, so you know I'm excited to see.
And it's weird because sometimes the ones you don't even think about go hit.
Yeah, it really be like that. You had a whole topic about Nebraska that went viral for some reason.
It's still buzzing today.
Yeah, to this day I'm still getting comments, and I'm like, yo, bro, that was like over a month ago. Yeah, and yeah, Cinco had that topic on deck. So man, I'm excited to announce we're gonna be going live Sundays at about 12 p.m. We do set it on time. It's gonna be 11 or 12.
11. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But either 11 or 12. That supposed to be coming soon, man. Like
Stay
I said,
tuned.
Keep on interacting. We got over 2,700 subscribers on YouTube now.
Yes.
So it's only right. We gotta have. Listen, we got 2 live viewers. I'm cool. I have a conversation with the 4 of us.
That's
cool
what
with
I'm
that.
saying.
You know what I mean?
And that's not even incorporating. We're gonna incorporate a lot more guests on. Which
yeah.
Shooting Sunday is a lot better for guests. We're gonna advertise certain guests we have on. We want to get a panel up here. So there's a lot of new things. Starting with the 150th episode that we're going to start incorporating into the Free Gems. So
yeah, and that's only just 2 weeks away. So just look out, because listen, summer's on the way. Listen,
summer's here.
Summer's here. And we've been talking about going outside and doing the
street interviews.
And we got to hit the border, bro. I got to see these drunk white people at the Jersey Shore. I know this shit is going to be viral content. I need it. I need it badly.
And we need the merch to go out. We need.
Oh yeah, for sure. We need the shirts because that'll make sense, especially if we out there. Listen,
absolutely.
We got to go hit some type of downtown New York function. I don't know what celebration is gonna be happening.
Yo, bro, they have mad. They got mad street festivals in the city.
According to Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a fucking movie. Listen, all I know is last Juneteenth was a fucking movie.
Oh yeah, you told me. I ended up going.
That PNC Art Center show.
I ended up going.
Shout out to Carvel. Shout out to all the people that held that down there. They're part of the Common Crazy Fridays events. They had a crazy ass function at the PNC Art Center, bro. It was tens of thousands of people out there. But fucking movie, black excellence everywhere, beautiful women, beautiful people just everywhere, shining and glowing and glistening and having a great fucking time. No violence. It was fucking amazing. Listen, so I'm excited.
The weather's getting warm. There's street festivals every weekend in the city.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No matter what. If it could be Italian this week, it can be French this week.
You know what we need to do? We should go somewhere mad Mexican for Cinco de Mayo, son.
Let's do it.
That shit would be a movie.
Let's do it.
Like, just go and get a mariachi band behind us to just play.
Bro. Yo, we should.
We need to have that. That'd be so hard. Just walking through New York during Cinco de Mayo.
I know. Last night would have been lit for, after the Knicks one. Be right outside the Garden. I know it was a movie.
The Knicks one?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, they lost.
They lost. 2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago. Not 2 nights. They definitely lost last night.
Wait a minute.
Cat disappeared. Yeah.
You know how to go.
But yeah. So a lot of exciting new things on the way on the Free Gems. So
that's a no-brainer.
Easy.
Madison Square Garden.
Right.
After the Knicks one. Damn, but they're about to play away these 2 games, right?
Yeah.
And 3 games, and they come back for the last.
No. 2 games. It's 2-2, 1-1-1, and it's
in the first round.
In the first few rounds. It's not the finals.
That's mad fucking dumb. I hate that.
The finals is 2-3-2.
Right.
Because East Coast, West Coast.
Right.
You feel me?
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
So East Coast. They're like, fuck it.
But the Knicks should win this first round, so.
Even though Detroit to New York is just the same flight as going to fucking California, basically.
But they should win this round. Next round, we out. Let's do it. It's time. It's time. Anyway. It's time to move on to the topics we got for today.
It's time to move on. God, talk about a bookmark for the margin of this shit, all right? That's enough for that.
I'm excited. Listen, we're going to, a lot more coming y'all going to see.
You're right, though.
So, we got to jump in. Shannon Sharpe.
No.
We got to. We have to. Yo, did you see his response?
No, I have not seen his response. I have not seen his response.
Listen. Oh.
Uncle Shay Shay. Listen, I want to start off by saying I stand next to Uncle Shay Shay. I don't give a fuck what y'all about to tell me. I don't give a fuck what you about to say. I'm not jacking it.
So
I'm seeing the agenda with my own 2 eyes. Leave my mans out of this. All right? That's my uncle. That's your uncle. That's everybody's uncle. Leave Uncle Shay Shay the fuck out of here. Skip. So all right. So I want to hear what actually happened because I have a feeling you're a little more informed than I am for sure.
So there's a woman who Jane Doe came out and said that she was sexually assaulted by Mr. Sharpe in this year and last year, and she wants $50 million, apparently. And ironically, this is days after he signed his $100 million extension.
He signs a $100 million extension.
And now this lawsuit comes out.
But listen, you got to make sure you include the detail. It wasn't just the woman who came out. The woman came out as Jane Doe, you know? And the person who actually is doing the suit on her behalf is Tony Busby.
Yes. And
this
Tony
is a key factor to why I'm saying I'm not standing for none of this shit. If you guys don't know who Tony Busby is, if you've tuned into the news and all these celebrity lawsuits that have been coming out and all these extortion attempts, they've all, like the Jay-Z attempt, a lot of the last couple Diddy attempts where they're trying to get sued for big money, it's all been Tony Busby. And they've all been thrown the fuck out. Tony Busby is a super high-end lawyer, whatever. He's a piece of shit if you ask me because he targets celebrities that have big paydays on the way or that just got the money, and he's like, you know what? It's about time we go find somebody to file this lawsuit. And he does these extortion attempts. And like you said, is it suspicious that it's right when he's rumored to be signing a $100 million deal? I think not. But you know, as a high-end celebrity, high caliber, you know, somebody who's about to receive such big money, you know, you always got a target on your back. And it's a shame that you got this Tony Busby guy who, like I said, same dude Jay-Z just countersued.
Yes.
Got him disbarred in New York. He cannot practice in the state of New York because he tried to do that Jay-Z shit, and they said that he has predatory practices.
I didn't know that.
That just happened. He got disbarred. I'll Google it.
I believe you.
But I say that to say, fuck Tony Busby and stop fucking trying to play with my man's name. But I want to hear you. I want to hear what you're about to say because I had to put the Tony Busby part in there.
Shannon Sharpe said, all right, this is what you want to do? Him and his attorney came out with a statement.
Yeah, attorney talk.
With text messages from Jane Doe. Mm-hmm. Very explicit. I want you to put a collar on me. I want you to put that big black baby in me.
Oh, wow.
Like mad different text messages saying that, and basically saying that they've been having consensual relations, and she's been spearheading a lot of the interactions between them. And they literally came out with receipts from different months of her talking spicy to him.
Right.
So Shannon and his attorney came out and said that they're trying to frame it as it was some type of something that was non-consensual when Mr. Sharpe and Jane Doe has been having such consensual sexual relations. Yes.
Sorry.
Consensual sexual relations for months and years. So
yeah, and that's the thing. So they're trying to paint it that way. She's trying to paint it that way, but one of the first notes in the headline, it said that she was raped on multiple occasions. And I don't mean to sound like insensitive, but what you mean you was raped on multiple occasions? Like the first time it wasn't enough for you to be like, I'm gonna stay away from him. So you're telling me, okay, because in the lawsuit it states that they were living together at one point in his Los Angeles house. His Los Angeles house recently had gotten burglarized, and they stole I don't know how the exact amount, but hundreds of thousands worth of watches they stole. You know, and in the complaint, it actually she said that after they moved to Vegas, they had an argument because he had moved to Vegas after the break-in. He moved to Vegas, and they were having an argument, a verbal argument, and she said she felt threatened and scared because there was a gun in the room. Now, it didn't say that he used the gun, waved it at her, none of that. She just said she was threatened because there was firearms in the room. Mind you, Shannon Sharpe's not a convicted felon. Shannon Sharpe's an American citizen in the state of Nevada, has every right to get a gun. Anybody can get a gun in Nevada. I think you know that, we know that. They got flamethrowers in Nevada that I can go pick up right now as long as I got a driver's license. Like, it's Nevada. So what are you really saying? So now just because, what are you implying by saying there's a gun in the room? Like, what are you saying? Like, did he do something with it or not? But these lawyers have a hell of a way to use verbiage to make it seem one way without having it, because what's it going to look like to a jury? That's going to be like, oh, he was threatening. First of all, Shannon Sharpe don't need a gun to threaten nobody, number one. All right? He's already 6'3", 250 pounds of straight muscle. He's already threatening, but not the point. Like, you're dragging it. You're dragging it, and because it's Tony Busby, I don't think anybody should put any validity into anything that's being said in this lawsuit. And fuck Tony Busby and fuck Jane Doe. Sorry, that's how I feel.
I agree. I agree. Uncle Shannon, you don't deserve this.
Yeah, no, for
you don't
real,
deserve
man.
this, especially right when the extension was announced. And
exactly.
Yeah, I don't see any validity in this at all, and hopefully this gets thrown out quickly. But he said, fuck it, I'll expose these text messages. I don't care. If y'all want to do this, we can do this.
He took the 8 Mile Eminem route. Like, yo, listen, I'm going to put out all the cards out so y'all can't say nothing's going to surprise you because look at this. What happened to this big black baby in her stomach? She asked for that. Like, fuck is you talking about? I don't want to hear that shit. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going for it. I think it's fucking corny. Yeah. The fact that people gotta get treated like this and gotta get targeted just because they're successful. And it's not even just men. I wanna make sure I clear because. Like, you hear, just Lizzo was just being sued for something that apparently she did. And I don't know if it was true or not the point, but it happens on both ends. You know what I'm saying? It happens to just, if you got some money, you got a target on your back, protect yourself.
We were just talking about that last episode. If you're successful with money, you got to protect yourself. Yeah. We were just talking about the NDAs and all. We would just having this conversation. Last episode. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yep.
So we'll see what comes out. But look, Shannon don't care. You already know. Like, listen, if you want to do this, we can take it there. Yeah, we can take it there.
I ain't gonna lie though. Listen, my son Shannon 57. Shorty was 20. Respectfully, Shannon not playing. He's running around the street. He's slaying. Yeah, my son is out here slanging. He's wilding.
Shay's out here. I don't know.
Hey, listen.
Me personally, I don't know about that race play shit, but Shay was out here.
Oh, I didn't see the race play. I just told you. Oh shit!
I told you what she said.
Oh
what the text
shit! Said. Oh, is she white?
Yeah.
Oh, he showed who she is.
I think she's white.
I think she's white.
I think she's white.
Okay, cool.
That's the only white. That's only something a white woman would say.
You sound like you have experience.
No. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. That's only something a white woman would say.
Yo, bro, I can only imagine, man. That shit is trash, though. Like, for real, to like be targeted like that when you really, especially when you didn't do nothing. Then it's like, because you're a public figure, you're so famous, you're one of the most successful podcasters, you're one of the most successful athletes to have a successful career after not only just being one of the greatest of what you did in one career, but to have a resurgence and become even more famous, more popular because of just your opinion and your personality. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, like it just sucks that all of a sudden one allegation, like you said last episode, whether he did it or not, one allegation, you'll never be looked at the same.
Never be looked, and it's an unfortunate situation because we don't know if they had a falling out. And as somebody who's famous or somebody who's successful, now you're thinking in your mind, I can't fall out with anybody because they might come back and try to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just very unfortunate.
And that's why I do gotta say, like, Shannon kind of set himself up. Like, bro, you're dealing with a 20-year-old, bro. You should expect this. I'm gonna be honest. You should expect this. No, you should expect this level of like immaturity and like going forward. Like, like she's 20, bro. She's a child for real. Like mentally, like she's not all the way there to be dealing with a 57-year-old. She realized she had the opportunity. Like, all right, he cut me off. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go back on him a year or two on this made up story and say he did this and that to try to chase some bread. Because I mean, you were talking about last episode about emotional intelligence, and if a woman could do something physically to a man, she would. But since she can't, she'll be like, "I'm gonna get them pockets. I'm gonna get them pockets.
I got you.
I'm gonna destroy that character.
I'm gonna fawn. Yeah, I know how that is. I'm gonna put on the show."
And it's just fucked up, man. Cause Shay been too much of a stand-up character. He done been famous for too long, rich for too long, for you to start coming out now in 2025 talking about he did this and that to me. No, we're not going for it. Sorry, shorty. I'm sorry. And and no disrespect to any other victims who actually do fall.
Yes,
and absolutely. This is another tragedy.
Yes.
The fact that it makes everybody else look so. You get so skeptical when you hear about these situations now because of this type of shit.
Those are the people that are really the ones that are most affected, the real victims in all this situations.
Right, man.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how that comes out.
Unfortunate. Hey, listen, hopefully Shannon, this doesn't stop Shannon from getting that $100 million, man.
Yeah, hopefully, because
you know these companies be quick to pull out.
You're bad for business now, Shannon.
Yeah,
you're untouchable. We don't want to do that. All sponsors are talking about pulling out.
I ain't gonna lie. If she cost me $100 million, she's gonna cost me a little bit more because I'm about to go kill her. I ain't gonna lie. $100 million.
She asking for 50.
Listen,
she asking for 50.
If you fuck up my $100 million bag, Tony Busby, you're dead. You're fucking dead, Tony. You're fucking dead.
Ooh, skip.
I'm crashing out. And I'm 57. Fuck it. I'm already about to die in 20 years. I'm crashing out. I don't give a fuck. My dick only work for like 5 more summers. I'm crashing out. I'm losing it. 100 million? You just fucked up. Hold on. So my great grandkids ain't gonna be able to touch this 100 million because of you? All right, bet. Watch this. I'm about to end all this shit.
Uncle Shannon, we riding with you, baby.
That's
we
a
riding
fact.
with you. So, in other news, have you heard what China has been doing to the U.S. and it's getting crazy?
Yo, all I know.
Anything about the U.S.
I actually
China?
did start hearing about something, but I don't think it has anything to do with what you're about to say. But I did start seeing these TikToks exposing these brands and shit. But I want to go into what you about to say. Oh,
So-
that's right. I was on the right path.
I'm
like that.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, paint the picture, please.
So-
and the Stevie Wonder glasses. You be in here with the glasses on like you on the run or something.
So, I'll just be feeling it sometimes. Feel me?
I feel you. I wish I could rock glasses.
So, I've never seen you wear glasses.
Yeah.
A day
Fun
in my
fact.
life. A day in my life. We could be at
Boots,
the
glasses.
beach. It don't fucking matter. Never a
Boots,
day.
glasses, you never see it.
No, it could be 12 feet of snow. Never any boots or
Word.
glasses.
I'm in Jordan 3s.
So, China. So China is not backing down.
Yeah.
China is not playing with the U.S. So, for people who don't know that, China has been exposing these American brands. We've seen China manufacturers spilling the tea on these high fashion brands, saying that they're made here and they're shipped other places, and that's what they put the logo on it. But you can get this direct item without the logo on it if you buy from here. They're also selling their online orders that were never fulfilled or canceled. They've been selling them off cheaply. They also have been they're also before, like, if you were an American brand that had a trademark, it was respected internationally, and there was a lot of knockoffs, but the trademark wasn't touched. China's like, we don't care about trademarks anymore. We're gonna sell your exact item for a lot cheaper. Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Oh, they on a bullshit like that?
China just cut off.
That's declaring war.
Bro, I'm telling you.
These are billion-dollar brands.
So-
not million, billion-dollar brands.
So,
They're gonna come together and form the fucking Justice League.
and I'm telling you, with the TikToks, a lot of these manufacturers are telling you exactly where you can get your exact high-end brand for a fraction of the price directly from them. So I want to get your reaction on all of this. What's going on so far?
Well, one of the main examples of things that I saw that they were explaining, they were breaking down the price of these TikToks. I don't even watch TikTok. I was watching a YouTube video about this. I gotta make sure I clarify that. So I'm watching the video, and the dude's explaining like Birkin bags, for example, and the Hermes Birkin bag that everybody raps about now, $30,000 on a brand. That shit is real.
Yeah.
Them shit is retailing at $38,000. They explain that all the leather and everything that it takes to make it is like $1,400, and these brands are then up in the price on like 1,000% plus, more than that. I think that's like 3,000%. But they're literally marking the price all the way up, and you're willing to pay for it because these American brands are willing to fuck you over. And it was just crazy because they were explaining like iPhones they cost like $80 to make and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, that's insane, because we go to Apple and pay them $1,100 or $70 a month for the next 2 years, and we don't give a fuck. We're just willing to get extorted like that. And it's what you're saying sounds terrifying, because if they're just like, yo, we're gonna mass produce all this fake Louis Vuitton and make it real, because if this is the same people who make it, how are we gonna know the difference? How are we gonna know which one's real or fake? At that point, it is the real one. It's just not being officially trademarked by Louis Vuitton, and that is fucking genius, because that is how you really fuck over America, is fucking up our pockets. And now I'm nervous because it sounds like the war is about to pop off. Because what are you doing? Chill the fuck out. What you're saying, I didn't know they were backdooring a bunch of items for the low.
They don't give a fuck.
That's crazy. Because if you can get a Kelly Birkin bag for $1,500, that's fucking insane.
I think what this is doing is exposing the fact that America is a decaying economy, and we have been for a long time, and it hasn't always been like this. And in reality, we are the economy of smoke and mirrors. We are the Wizard of Oz economy.
Talk about it.
All China did was pull back the curtain.
Ooh.
Don't mind the person behind the curtain. All smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. And in reality, our economy can only work in our American bubble. And the powers at bay keep us in that bubble.
Okay.
It's no different than the fact that you pay $8 for popcorn at the movies.
Yeah. Supply and demand.
No different. Because they control the supply, and if you're hungry, you're spending $8 for that popcorn.
That's the demand.
If they allowed you to bring outside food and drinks, they wouldn't make any money. So the fact that we're in an American bubble, that's the only reason why our economy can work the way it does. And the reason for it is, in America, we prioritize profits, not quality. So there are many, many different tactics that companies use to squeeze every single dollar out of the economy without improving quality. For example.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Let's
For
talk
example.
about it.
I have a lot of examples.
I know you do. That's why I'm excited for this.
Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation. It's about to be a clip.
Shrinkflation. The best example I can give you is Gatorade.
Okay.
Remember they had a 32-ounce bottle?
Yep.
They slowly phased that out for the sleeker 28-ounce bottle.
Yes.
Now they're charging you more for less.
Right.
Shrinkflation. We got skimpflation.
Mm-hmm.
Skimpflation. A good example for that is houses. How you see all these apartment buildings? These houses now that are way worse quality than the houses made back in the day when they had continuity in what you were building. Now it's about profit. They don't care that these walls are paper thin. Somebody got to live somewhere.
Yep.
Skimpflation. Another example of skimpflation, we can talk about Netflix. We can talk about Airbnb. When they came out, they were high quality. As they got more and more market share, the quality of their products definitely went down.
And the price went up.
Shrinkflation.
Damn.
Skimpflation, shrinkflation.
He's spare right now.
We can also talk about how they artificially control the supply in order to keep demand high and prices high. We can talk about stock buybacks, which is increase in profit, has nothing to do with quality. We can talk about something that a lot of these companies are doing now, which is asset stripping. Have you ever heard asset stripping?
No, please enlighten me.
Asset stripping. So what a lot of companies are doing, these hedge funds or I can't think of the word for it. Damn. So asset stripping is when you buy a failing company and you practice business practices that only that.
Now sound it out, because I was trying to finish this sentence.
Asset stripping. So you're prioritizing short-term gain,
right,
instead of long-term gain.
Right.
So that's what's going on a lot. For example, Red Lobster. Red Lobster in the past 10 years was bought out, right?
Okay.
And what the new company did is they came into Red Lobster, and Red Lobster was sitting on all this real estate. So they bought Red Lobster, sold the real estate to another company, and now these owners have to pay rent to rent out their Red Lobsters.
Right.
Which was destroying the quality, which is destroying a lot of what Red Lobster stood for.
Right.
But these people are making money hand over fist.
Right.
So what I'm saying is we've been living in the Tyrian market all along, and these companies have different ways in order to squeeze every dollar out they can. So this country is basically smoke and mirrors. Like there's a reason why you go overseas and you don't see a lot of American car brands.
Right. At all.
There's a reason.
You won't see them at all, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just thought about that. You're right. Because you go to like the Caribbean, you're gonna see a whole lot of Toyotas. You're gonna see Hondas. You're gonna see brands you never seen before, like Datsun. A lot of things coming over here. I forgot. There's another couple brands. It's like a little lion on it. Regardless, you're right though. You're not gonna see a Camaro driving through motherfucking Jamaica. It's just not. You're not gonna see a. Yeah, you're right. It's a Ford Mustang in the middle of Greece.
The American economy is all marketing. And what is marketing? Perception is reality. Marketing is all smokes and mirrors. All it is.
Yeah,
Perception is reality. So I think that China is really exposing the fact that everything in our economy is just inflated, and people making money or are exploiting everyone else.
God damn.
So I think that's exactly what's going on.
But I'm gonna be honest though, I feel like we already knew that. Like, you know that this shirt is not worth $100 when you bought it. Like, is that really the companies being greedy, or is it them making sure that like they're just trying to profit a business at that point? Like, I'm not necessarily too mad at them. Like, if you can get that Birkin bag off for $38,000 and somebody's stupid enough to buy it, then I'm also expecting that they must be financially able to afford a $38,000 bag. So fuck them, charge them $38,000. Like, the jewelry game is similar too, where it's like, yo, I can sell this earring to you for $35,000, and I can sell that same earring to me for $8,000. It really only costs me $1,000 at the end of the day. But you're willing to pay $35,000, and I'm willing to pay $8,000, and the motherfucking jeweler's gonna be like, fuck it. The dude with the 35 is playing. I'll sell this shit to the motherfucker that got 8 for me right now. And it's just like, yo, if you're willing to pay for it, I can't be mad at the motherfucker that's willing to pay for it. Like, and they shouldn't be mad at the brand, to be honest. I mean, I know what you're saying is the quality is getting shittier and shittier.
Over time. All these business practices over time throughout all different industries.
It added up to where we're at.
That's over time. At first, like I was saying before, back in the day, people had integrity with what they were making.
Yeah.
People wanted to do stuff right. You know? People had pride in their work.
Yeah.
There's no pride anymore. It's just about money. How can we get the maximum amount of money that we can from the situation without upping the quality? Because the quality is getting worse and worse, and everything's getting more expensive.
Nah, it makes a lot of sense though, because I have seen, like, I think about like, for example, I'm drawing a blank. But now, you know what I think about is, like, when you go online and you try to buy like babe clothes, for example, out here, $110 a shirt, $120 a shirt. If you go to Japan, over there it's $40, $50 at the store.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, oh, you can tell the quality between the ones that are bought over there and the bought over here. Over there, the quality is a little bit different. And like over here, for some reason, they're giving us a slightly less quality product that by the time it gets over here, it's a little different. It's not the same.
It's all watered down.
And it's like, yeah, why over there is it a little bit better? You know what I mean?
Everything in this society is watered down, and they put the marketing and the smoke and mirrors behind it to make it seem like it's high quality. Just like the movie theater example. If we start importing the same products and goods from overseas, this American economy will burst. Absolutely. Yeah. They have to, in order for this economy to work, they have to keep the bubble that they've had. They've had to keep the stranglehold that they had. And the
important part is for sure, like, oh, we're gonna outsource. The part that they're trying to get the Americans to really be outraged about is like the whole, oh, we're gonna outsource these jobs to overseas and pay really low labor costs instead of creating jobs in America, where apparently we need more jobs to be created. And they're like, nah, we're gonna build this in China for 1/10 of the price, like, instead of putting it over here. Because if not, you can build iPhones in America, but the motherfuckers gonna be 10,000.
I've said this on the show many times. Our current economy, the way globalization works, and our current economy cannot thrive without theft and slavery. It can't.
Damn.
That's how it's been built. That's how it's been built. Theft and
up.
slavery. That's how it's been built.
Damn.
So I think. Do you have anything else to say on this topic?
Nah, that's crazy. You just said some shit. It's built on theft and slavery. You not lying.
It's built on
steal some land, tell some motherfuckers to work here
some
for free.
Resources
for damn near free. And at this point, it's not technically free, but it's damn near free.
I think this kind of segues into the next topic I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if you heard about Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso.
What is Burkina Faso, bro?
He just survived another assassination attempt.
What's Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso. It's a country in Africa.
Oh,
Burkina Faso.
Shit.
I actually spoke about him on this podcast before, but he survived another assassination attempt. I'm about to lay the groundwork for you exactly. So,
what part of Africa?
It's like north. Well, it's like the west.
Okay, money.
Yeah.
Right.
So, it's West Africa. So, Ibrahim Traoré, he is the most popular leader in Africa right now. One of the youngest leaders in Africa right now. Mm-hmm. He has been the president since 2022. I'm going to name you some of the accomplishments he's done. He created their first ever gold mine, state gold mine, and he immediately stopped the exporting raw gold to Europe.
Okay.
He kicked out the French military. He kicked out the French media. He bought Burkina Faso's first 2 planes of their airline. So before they used to have to lease planes, he bought first 2 planes and trying to stop the stranglehold Air France had on Burkina Faso. He banned the British wigs and attire in judicial hearings. You know how sometimes in Africa...
They used to do that?
You don't see them put on the wig? You haven't seen pictures? Yeah.
They still be showing up to court dressed like Captain Crunch?
Bro, yes.
Overseas?
In Africa.
That's mad triggering, son.
Yeah, so
they pull up looking like the Founding Fathers.
Yes.
It's 90-something degrees out there, and this motherfucker walking around with a white powdered wig.
Yes.
No way.
He just...
In 2025?
He just
in
stopped,
2025?
Just stopped it.
Nah, there's no way, bro. If I go into a courthouse right now and I see a judge with that, I'm going to jail because I'm gonna smack the shit out of this judge. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you dressed like that? I don't understand. Never mind. Important things you're talking about. I'm talking about bullshit.
No, he just stopped that. He just
no
made,
way.
He just made education free. He also was part of a coalition between neighboring Mali and Niger. So they have a coalition going on.
Sounds like a good guy. It sounds like he's figuring some shit out.
Do you see?
That's why he's trying to kill his ass.
Do you know?
He's figuring out too much.
I want you to sit here. He's been in office for 3 years. I want you one guess. How many assassination attempts has he survived? Or coup attempts? How many? One guess.
I mean, you said one so far in 3 years. I never even heard of this country, so he might be struggling to live every fucking day. I'm gonna say 2. I'm going 2. Probably had
18.
There's been 18 attempts.
18.
So this nigga's a superhero too. 18. That's what you're telling me?
18 documented coup assassination attempts on this man's life.
How is he alive?
Since 2022.
Man, he got some real ones on his team. 18, I ain't gonna lie.
But so it gets deeper.
I gotta Google this guy's face.
They just found out. Yep, Ibrahim Traoré. You can Google his. You've seen his picture before.
I hope so. Sounds like a good guy.
They just found out this latest coup attempt. One of his right-hand man, one of his soldiers, one of his bodyguards, they offered him $41 million. $41 million. Are you hearing me right now?
They offered him $41 million?
Yeah. One of his right-hand man.
American dollars?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
American dollars. That's how you know.
You could have went for less than that, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
That's how you know they really want him out of there. So... It's crazy to see that we were talking about globalization a little bit. This is somebody who, since 2022, has been really trying to use the resources of the land. He also denied loans from the IMF and the World Banks. He don't want to
owe nobody nothing.
None of them nothing. He wants them to become very independent. GDP growth has been exponential since he's taken office, and he's already survived on record 18 coups or assassination attempts.
Yeah, I looked him up. I ain't gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. He don't look like nothing to be fucked with. He look like a war general. He's only 37, which is insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Theoretically, we could have been in 7th grade when he was a senior in high school. But yeah, he looked like he got a bullet wound in his cheek. Young guy though. He looks charismatic. He looks. The only thing threatening about him is the bullet wound to the face looks crazy. But you know what I mean? Besides that, he don't look like somebody to be fucked with. He got on a fedora, you know what I'm saying? and some camo on, and a camo hoodie turtleneck thing going on. And he got the UFC gloves on with no fingertips. He look dangerous, I ain't gonna lie.
So this was the 18th on record attempt in the past 3 years. Bro, you can't even eat nobody cooking. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, word, 18 attempts. It's only been 3 years. He's averaging 6 attempts a year. That's every other month they trying to kill him.
That's every 8 weeks.
God damn. Word. Every 8 weekends they trying to kill him.
And that's on record.
Right.
So this new one was his right-hand man.
They dodged his landmine here. You never know.
They offered his right-hand man $41 million.
I ain't gonna lie, he better than me. Sicko, you might have to go for 41 million. 41 million is crazy. Yo.
That's how bad they want him.
That's crazy.
That just goes to show, anytime that there is, every generation of show, there comes an African leader that's about independence and about the people.
Yeah.
And people rally behind. We can talk about Gaddafi. We could talk about what's his name? I can't think of his name. in Congo. Patrice Lumumba. We can talk about a lot of different African leaders, but every generation seems one to come along that's for the people, and the powers that be do not like that. Do not like that.
I mean, it's scary, especially when you got a young dude. He look militant. He look healthy. He beat the shit out of Joe Biden if he had to. I'm just saying, like, it's a scary thing. And then you see him moving intelligent because, like you said, he's not taking no loans, no credit on none of that. You know, that's how these countries fall into debt and be owned by another country. It's like, yeah, what good is this $1 trillion you lent us if we're gonna owe you this for the next 50 years? And you guys are gonna set up armies and do all this other shit in here. Like you said, he got rid of the French military presence that was there.
Get out.
Like, wow, that's incredible. I've never even heard of the country. What was his name?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. How old is that country? Why have I never even heard of that?
That's
what I'm saying. It sounds like one of those things that kind of just happened out of nowhere. Like,
it's not that old.
Damn.
But yeah, so, you know, this is the Free Gems. I just want to keep everybody up with exactly what's going on in the world sometimes, you know, and this has been a crazy story that I've been following very closely. And another reason why the powers that be don't like it is because that sets the standard that a lot of other countries who have resources can look at and emulate, and like I said, our whole economy is based off slavery and theft.
Yep.
So
and that's the thing. If they're willing to pay his right man's $41 million to kill him, imagine what that country's really worth. Because I'm googling, I'm googling it, and it says that country has 23 million people in it. So it ain't no little country.
No, it's
not as small as I thought.
It's not as small as you thought, right?
Yeah, not at all. I'm thinking it's like I haven't seen how old the country is. I'm looking that up too, but yeah, I mean 23 million people. That's something there. Yeah, man.
But yeah, so another one. So he got more lives than Lil Reese. So
nah, really though. 18 attempts is insane, bro.
3 years.
In 3 years.
3 years.
That means he was their president at 34, bro.
Yeah.
That's you and like 2 more something.
yo, right? Like, yo,
crazy.
That's really crazy to think about.
President. It's insane.
And but then again, you know, when you're in a war-torn country with a lot of times you see a lot of young leaders. You see a lot of youth grow up early and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
The original leaders get killed really early too. That's why. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see what comes off with that. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit what's going on, and if you haven't heard his name, you'll absolutely hear his name in the future.
Yeah, that's insane. The fact that I never heard of him. I haven't heard anything about this. Like, is it all a conspiracy? Like, what's going on? Why do we never hear about this? But I do want to talk a little bit about basketball because I know you've been seeing a whole lot of things going on. The NBA playoffs is heating up. We can finally act like we care about basketball again. You know what I'm saying? I do want to hear like what your thoughts and opinions as far as like who you got going to the finals from the West and the East. Like, I need to hear because listen, it's getting very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's getting very interesting. These series are becoming more competitive than I thought they were going to be, and I'm looking forward to what
you want. My predictions. I got. Well,
please don't say Celtics.
I have to. I got the Celtics in the East. Like,
okay,
they're just too stacked. In the West, I don't know. The Clippers looking spooky.
The Clippers? Bum ass Kawhi? Spooky. That's what we're not doing. Listen, fuck Kawhi Leonard. We're not doing that. The Clippers is not it. No. I'm taking Braun in 5 the whole way through. Braun. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with you. It's got to be LeBron. You call me delusional. It's going to be LeBron, bro. Like, I have faith in Luka and Braun.
You know I'm a Braun fan. I'm just being...
Listen, I got faith in Luka, Braun, and AR. The Celtics, whatever. They could get there, but I ain't gonna lie. You're right though. They're stacked. They brought back every single person from last year, threw everybody some extra money. Derek White is looking like he could be starting for any team in the NBA. And
that's the thing about Boston. The stars don't even have to play well.
No,
in order for them to win.
Yeah,
that's the scary thing about them.
Yeah, you're right. Because Derek White will give you 30.
If Luka and Braun don't play well,
it would give you 30 if you let them like.
If Luka and Braun don't play well, the Lakers is not winning.
But I got faith in Luka and Braun. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, well.
I mean, see that I don't know. Like I feel like you should always consider Jokic. Jokic is always gonna be a factor. I feel like the Nuggets is always gonna be a factor. OKC, I have zero faith in. I'm not gonna lie. I have zero faith. Playoff Jimmy might erupt and become something, so we got to be careful. Playoff Jimmy gets set off with Steph. Steph ain't had playoff Jimmy type of help in a minute.
Yo, the thing about Jimmy Butler is looking back on it, you're going to have to see his career in real time. You know what I mean? He's one of those players you have to see it in real time.
I mean, it's the NBA, so I'm sure he'll make the Hall of Fame.
No, I'm talking
He's
about.
probably gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
I'm talking about as far as impact, because you're gonna look at his numbers and be like, oh, this guy, oh.
Yeah, like he was middle of the pack.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. He's somebody you have to watch in real time because he's not real.
Almost like an Eli Manning.
Yeah, he had
amazing playoff runs. That's what you got to give him credit
some
for.
guys are just big time, big game playmakers. Someone like Jamal Murray. You know what I mean? Big when it comes to big moments, they rise.
Yeah.
You know, so Jimmy Butler is one of those. Jimmy Butler is unbelievable. He's
and playoff Jimmy's an unbelievable.
He had 5
character.
steals, bro.
And
he had like 20.
He's like 36, 37.
Yeah, man.
It's not like he's one of the young bulls out there.
And they sneaky been the best defensive team since he was on that team. Since he's on the team. Golden State is definitely the thing about the West has a lot of talent.
It's too much talent, bro.
And OKC is scary, bro.
Huh?
OKC is scary, bro.
I know. That's what they're saying, man. How you feel about SGA? Everybody's saying he's for sure gonna get the
MVP.
The MVP.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've had I think they had the largest point differential in NBA history.
Damn.
I think so.
That means it was whooping teams by that much.
And the thing about it is everybody on that team, they're defenders who can score, not the opposite. They're defenders who can score. Jay Will, Lou Dort, they all perimeter defenders who can score. So they're always being. If you have good defense, you can stop the other team scoring. You always be in the game.
Yeah, you always be in the game.
Always be in the game. And then you got Chet. You know, they and then they had Caruso.
They just haven't proven nothing to me, so I gotta see it.
Well, of course, they're a young team, just like the Cavs. You know, a young team.
Or just like the Rockets and the Pistons that are putting up a fight.
Yeah, just like there's a lot of young talent in the NBA. You good?
Nah, I'm not good.
there's a whole lot of young talent in the NBA.
Hell,
you all right?
Nah, I'm not. I'm dying back here. But anyway,
in other news, did you hear about what's going on with Harvard in the Trump administration?
Nah, what? Harvard? That's like, I feel like that's the home of the Illuminati. Like, I feel like the whole X-Men like movie is like the school that they be at and that X-Men shit is Harvard for sure. They're down there creating people in a lab.
My boy Professor Xavier, that's my guy.
Yeah, like I feel like he's there right now. Word.
You ain't hear anything about what's going on with Harvard?
I ain't hear nothing about what's going on with Harvard. What's happening in Harvard?
Apparently, the Trump administration and conservatives are up in arms, talking about the student body and the staff of Harvard, and they don't have a diverse perspective, and they're all lefties, and then the institution creates a one-minded type of individual, and Trump basically trying to he froze their grants because he wants the student body to be more diverse, and he wants the staff to be more diverse. Basically, it's DEI for conservatives. That's exactly what it is. It's DEI for conservatives. These are people all about merit. Now
That's
they
gangster.
want.
I ain't gonna lie. Trump just be doing shit. He didn't even go there.
Doing shit, bro. Doing shit. And now, Harvard just sued them.
Yeah, you can't fuck with Harvard. You want to go to court versus Harvard, motherfucker? Harvard law? Have you heard of Harvard law?
$2.2 billion they just sued them for.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck around and find out.
Well, let me backtrack. Harvard came out with a statement and said that as a private institution, they're not going to comply with the Trump administration's anti-DEI stuff that they've been implementing as a private institution. And then they're like, oh yeah, boom, have a freeze on your funds. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're suing you guys. So yeah, like I said, it's DEI for conservatives. Yeah, they want inclusion. It's bullshit, bro. It's hilarious.
Listen, what I know about these big prestigious schools, or damn near any college, all these private institutes, you don't want to fuck with them because they got something called alumni, and them alumni will pull together, and it is 1,000 Trumps in that bitch. Like, you think Trump rich? Okay, fuck that. We got 1,000 of those. The
endowment money is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you want to fuck with that. Like, leave them alone, please.
Like, their GDP would rank among countries. Like, literally,
I believe it. I believe it.
And it's just so crazy. And all you got all these conservatives saying, oh, no funds, no public funds should be going to these private schools. Like, it's just hilarious when, bro, it's just Yeah,
You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up. Oh no. Public funds should be going to the private sector, like Elon Musk hasn't been getting billions of dollars in subsidies for his companies, his private companies.
Yeah,
but not like Harvard has done so much research, and they've done so much for America in general, as far as what they've done research wise, and it's a lot cheaper for America to give money to institutions that already have the student body, they already have the minds, they already have the technology in order to do what they need, rather than the government creating an entity to do what they need to do. It's cheaper to just outsource it to a private institution that already has everything, rather than create a government entity that does what you want. Right? That's why some private companies get public funds as well. But now they're trying to frame it as, oh, they're a private school, they shouldn't be getting public funds. But that's everything that your base is about. It's taking money from the public and giving it to the private. That's what they want to do with the Department of Education. It's take away from the public schools and give it to the private schools. It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just, you can't make this shit up, bro. Can't make this shit up.
Yeah, no.
And they don't have this energy for these conservative private schools that are very Christian. You know, it's just, bro, it just doesn't make any sense. But
the government's not about making sense. This is about making money. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. It's about making sense. But Harvard, they're not backing down. They're not backing down.
I know they ain't not scared about shit.
They not backing down.
Listen, I knew Ivy Leagues was different. I remember my brother went to Cornell. I'm walking around the courtyard, and I see a motherfucker on a bike ride past me. I realized that's Bill Nye the Science Guy. And what the fuck is Bill Nye the Science Guy doing here? He's like, yo, he teaches science. I'm like, here? You got a famous science teacher here? He's just chilling on a bike? Just casually, people stop him, take pictures. Like, he's just a regular pop. I'm like, nah, these motherfuckers got different money. They're like, they're not gonna have just regular law teacher that teaches law. Like, nah, we're gonna have John Adams' ghost at Harvard Law. Fuck you mean? Like, we're gonna have a real president in this bitch. Like, it's fucking insane to me. Like the kind of resource and the kind of money
and the kind of connect, yo.
The kind of connection, exactly. Like, you're graduating class.
Illuminati, bro.
Yeah, like you're
militant, and
it's not something to fuck with. Like, you're gonna lose that battle.
And guess what? This is America. If this is the free market, right? So if you want to own private institution to go against Harvard, why don't you create your own? Why are you forcing Harvard to implement policies that they don't want to implement? So it doesn't make any sense because they're about the free market and companies doing what they want to do. But now they're trying to force a private institution to do what they want to do. See, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it never did.
It never did. And it as far as their big thing is, they're saying how a lot of stuff with Colombia going on and Palestine and going on, and they're talking about how these colleges are cesspools for progressive thinkers, and they need more diverse people in there as far as in the way people think. But in reality, if you look at education in general, as you open your worldview up to more diverse viewpoints, you're more likely to be progressive in general, just by acquiring more knowledge.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that just makes perfect sense.
It's like by acquiring more knowledge and getting more different viewpoints, you're more likely to be progressive than you are conservative, because in general, conservatism is about getting people to think a certain way. You know what I mean? They're more Christian. They're more Catholics. It's more forcing people to think in a box, rather than progressivism is more so leaving it up for interpretation and stuff. You know what I mean? So as far as thought process is concerned.
Yeah, man. Listen, I be motherfucking lost when I'm thinking about all that. I don't even understand how you even be knowing all this shit. What's your Twitter feed like? Like, I know you gotta be seeing this shit all day, every day, to even be keeping up with all this stuff.
I try to keep up with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, bro. Like it's necessary, and like I keep saying, we live in such a bubble in America, and a lot of times we only get a certain perspective.
Oh, for sure. That's the whole propaganda, like, control media. For sure, they only give us what they want to give us, but every country do that, though. America's one of the ones who gives you at least a little bit of leniency, you know what I'm saying? You can put a little CPN in, get some, go see some shit. Now, Not CPN, VPN. I don't know what the fuck. Marvin knows what I'm talking
VPN.
about. VPN, not a CPN.
I know what
Sorry.
you meant.
Sorry, y'all. But yeah, like China, for example, don't even got YouTube. They got their own YouTube. They got their own Google. They got their own shit. Like these other countries really control some shit. Like you're not gonna be able. I mean, shit. Certain countries you can't watch porn. You can't watch certain states. You can't watch porn.
Really?
Yeah, in Texas you can't watch porn. You cannot go on Pornhub. None of the websites in Texas.
Really?
That's a fact. And I think Tennessee too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, certain states. I don't know how they blocked that shit out. You cannot.
I had a feeling it was gonna be a red state.
Yeah, for sure. You know Texas,
yeah,
but it's weird though because Texas does like I feel like the number one law in Texas is this is Texas. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and then all of a sudden you can't smoke weed, but you can own a tiger and an AR, and you can make a bomb. You can let it off in your backyard, but you can't watch porn. It's like my man's. Like this is like the no porn is why I'm gonna blow some shit up, and why I'm gonna eat this AR.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah, that's insane. It's a weird world. So I mean, you know, be lucky we here. At least our media ain't too bad compared to the other shit they be showing.
I didn't know. No, but like I said, I try to keep up and I try to get a diverse.
But see, like when I be watching, when I see videos of like how Americans are being exposed, the Chinese are exposing American source information through TikTok. I'm like, yo, America ain't shit because China would have blocked that TikTok out right there. That video would have never came out in China. If we're trying to like if we somehow try to expose the Chinese people to like things that their government is doing, like through TikTok, like how they just exposed things that our government and our brands are doing to us, like that would have never happened in China. They would have never let that video come out. That shit would have never circulated. It would have never hit the airways. Never would have happened. Like. They control the fuck out their media for real.
Yeah, they do.
Like ain't no bad mouthing, none of that shit. Like I be hearing stories about like how dictators was, and like I know in DR they had some nigga named Trujillo that you can't even say his name like Voldemort, and like, for real, like you can't even say that nigga name in certain parts of the country. But literally it was like, yo, you say anything bad about him, they pulling up in a black van, you're done, you're gone. Nobody hears from you again. Your family don't question it.
I never heard
they
about
question
him.
it, they gone. Yeah, but I'm just saying like that's kind of like other countries, they don't fuck around when it comes to misinformation or like you trying to lead the people. Like in Korea, you gotta like say the president's name you gotta say his name when you like during like the
everybody has a picture of him in his house.
That's shit like that. Like, and if you don't, and we find out, you're going to jail. And God only knows what's gonna happen to you when you go to jail. God bless America.
There's only a certain amount of haircuts you can get.
Certain amount of haircuts? Or
Yeah,
certain
certain approved haircuts.
Word.
Yeah, they not playing. North Korea's not playing, bro.
I want to meet some North Koreans. So are you okay? Are you okay?
Good luck trying to meet some North Koreans.
Word. Nah, they get out. I'm sure there's some North Korea somewhere in like Jamaica or some shit. They for sure they get out. For sure they get out. You don't think they get out? So you telling me all the Koreans that are in America are from South Korea?
For the most part. Absolutely, yeah. Have you met anybody from
There's
North Korea?
mad Koreans in my building right now. My shit, half my floor is all Koreans. I'm gonna ask one of them niggas like, yo, y'all niggas from North Korea, is that offensive? That can't be offensive, right? That's a general question.
No, that's a general question.
That's a genuine question. Not general.
But I don't know because it's been oppy.
I'm gonna ask them. Like,
ask them if they from South Korea.
I'm gonna ask them like, do people from North Korea come here? Because they have the answer. I wonder are they related? That's fucking interesting.
They could be.
Like, can you have family? If you're from South Korea, can you have family in North Korea and you just can't contact them?
There's stories about that where they have family up north and stuff, but it's a different world.
I want to go out there, low-key.
They were militant out there.
I want to go out there badly. See if it's really as weird as they say it is.
I
heard they got like empty supermarkets with just pictures of food to make it look good. Like,
well, they do have some tourists there, but you can only go out. You can't go out at night. You can only go to a certain amount of places. Like they got it real.
In North Korea? Mm-hmm. So you could tour. I could go there?
Not at well. You could try.
Matter of fact,
you could try.
I don't want to go there.
You could try.
I think I'm gonna skip on that.
You could try.
I just think I like a sore thumb. I'd be the motherfucker with a tat.
North Korea is a different world.
Yeah, nah.
A different world.
I want to go see all that shit though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I want to go see the Middle East so bad, but I'm so scared of like bombing a bus. Like I'm so scared of blowing up a bus. Like the bus just scares the shit out of me. I might never be on a bus.
Why?
Because they just blow up buses out. That's normal. A blown up bus out there is like a car accident.
That's
it's
propaganda,
normal.
bro.
It's like every other day. A bus blows up. 33 people died on this bus today.
Bro.
That shit don't even make headlines. In America, that shit would shut down the news.
That's propaganda, bro. That's that's like a foreigner coming here like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere near a supermarket. You know, all these. I don't go near school. All these school shooters. Come on now.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
It's propaganda.
But how? I don't know, son. They've been blowing up buses for a long time. Son. I'm just saying. That's what I do.
Only buses. Only
something about buses and
vans and sedans.
But I gotta go see. Like I want to go see Iraq. I want to go see that shit. Pakistan.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see that shit because there's so much rich history and like the origins of civilization in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about like
Pakistan
that's where the what's it called? The Mesopotamia, isn't Mesopotamia right over there? Like in the Middle East?
The Fertile Crescent is right over there. Yeah.
Well, I know Mesopotamia's in the Middle East if I'm not mistaken. That's like the first fucking civilization, wasn't it? Where they found Sanskrit and all that good shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got to go back into my history, but listen, that's neither here nor there.
Yes.
The important thing is, look, Juneteenth is on the way. Episode 150 is on the way. 4th of July is on the way. Cinco de Mayo.
Everything's on the OTW.
Listen, so
It's
street
nice,
interviews coming
nice
soon.
outside.
Street interviews. It's getting nice outside. We outside. Merch on the way. We gonna see y'all real soon. Guests on the way. Shout out to Marv. Shout out to Bravely Studio. Shout out to Cinco. Shout out to
GG. Yeah. We out here.
We go.
Free gems.
Yes, sir. We go.
Bada bang.